by the power of Grayskull.
Hello, this is just a quick review for Jusant, which is like a French, I know some people say Jusant, but it's Jusant. And it says at the beginning that it's a French word that means like a rising tide, I think, or a receding tide, I can't remember, but it's like a French phrase. But I've never heard of it, and it's free this month to download on the PlayStation Plus. There isn't very many buttons. You can't skip the cutscenes, which is a pet peeve of mine. So you have to sit and watch these cutscenes, which take for fucking ever. But the game is quite good. The concept is just rock climbing. You've just got to keep getting higher and higher and higher. You do unlock like a little buddy in your backpack there. It's like a little creature. You can just see it moving. And he like tells you, you can like send out a pulse and it unlocks, like reveals like different ways to go. You use X to climb, to jump. You can hold X and do a charge jump, or you can double tap X and do a double jump. You can connect to the wall anytime you want with square, and you've only got those triangles, those diamonds, white diamonds. So I've got my main anchor point, which is one of them, and then I can put another 3 anchor points. Whenever I need to, like that, you press and hold square, and then that makes a new anchor point. So if you do fall, you're only going to hang from that last anchor point. Triangle is like your action button. Circle is to like drop, to like cut your rope off. So now I would press and hold circle, and that cuts off the rope. So then, because you've only got a certain like length of rope to work with. So if you strain too far, then your rope goes from green to orange to yellow, then red or whatever. So it's like, when you can see when you're running out of rope, that green bar on the side, the curly green bar, that's your grip strength. So as you're climbing, that's depleting all the time. And you can press and hold L3 and you get a rest. Like the climber will lean back and you get a rest on your hands. But the top of the green bar starts to like permanently deplete. So if you ignore it too much, then you're not going to have as much once you've had a little rest. So you press and hold L2. So you press R2, you press L2, and as long as you've got that button held down, then you'll grab and keep a hold. So you've got to release L2 to grab with R2, release R2 to grab at L2 kind of thing. So it gets a bit used to, you get a bit time to get used to it, but it's quite easy once you do. And it also means that if you decide to swing on a rope and jump, then you can just press L2 and R2 to grab on and hold on to the ledge. Like I say, you can see me grips running out, and that white bar at the top of the green bar, the white section, that's like how much I've lost. So unless I have a rest, it's only going to fill back up to the beginning of that white bit. So you can't just take the piss with the grip age, which is good. Like I said, look how me rope is turning yellow now because I'm running out of rope. But you've just got to basically keep heading up, and you can press a direction. I think it's right on the direction, and your little companion like shows you which way to go, and there's circles, different coloured circles of like checkpoints on the way you're meant to go. When you're hanging from a rope like this, you can press L1 or R1 to like bring yourself up or bring yourself down, so you can lengthen the rope if you need a little bit more extra, swing. And like I said before, you see those green pods on the wall. As you progress, your little friend, if you do a pulse like that, your little friend will help you, like reveal certain ways to get past, so that can help you. So as long as you keep yourself tethered and you keep an eye on your grip strength and how much rope you've got left, then you can just climb, and you can take chances because you're tethered to the wall, so you'll not lose your space. I've never actually fell to me death yet, so I don't know what happens there. But like I said, there's nothing on the map, on the screen. Sorry, there's no HUD, so it's not like you've got a life bar and like points and all this crap like getting in your way. It's nice and clean. And once you've done the little like bit at the beginning, which is basically just a tutorial, and it's just like integrated into the first level, so you don't have to come out and go into the menu and go into tutorial then back into the main game. It's just a part of the main game, so you get to learn the buttons as you go. But there's things to collect. There's letters and stuff like that you can look for and you read. You collect those. But as you see, there's massive vistas going around. The views are amazing. Really beautiful to look around, and you do get the sense that you're quite high up with the wind and everything. But like I said, most of it's just puzzle solving and searching. So you're just exploring basically while you're climbing around. But there's a few times I've got stuck because I couldn't figure out, which way to go, and then I would backtrack, and I would like use my companion to help us show which way to go. And I thought, well, I was going the right way, so I end up going back the way I've just been, and doing a more thorough search. And you do tend to find which way to go. A lot of the times, it's just a case of attacking it from a different angle, or trying it from the other side of the wall, or maybe jumping and swinging across to the other side and trying to climb it from that side. But as you can see, there is little puzzles along the way. It does little cutscenes like this. Like I said, you can't skip them, so you have to like watch them. But it's obviously telling us something that's available to do with that water. And then you can press circle, because it'll just stay like this until you like press circle and come out of it. It'll just keep showing you in like a little cutscene sequence kind of thing, which is good because it just gives you an eye on like what's there. So you press and hold circle, and that comes out of that. And like I say, you've just got to look around, have a look to see what's available. Look, there's a tether point there. There's something to open with your action button there. That's another tether point. That's to get back, because if I have a look and you go down, you can. It's just like where we came from before. You press L1 to go down. You press R1 to go up. So that was just where I had already been, so I just didn't bother going down there. But like I said, see the little cracks in the walls. It's always handy to have a look around, search. There might be nothing in here, but it's just always worth searching, because you might discover another way to go, and like how to progress. Because like I said before, you will come to areas where you think there's nowhere to go. It's a dead end like this. You'd come to this room, you think there's nothing here. So you have a look around, have a look up. Doesn't look like there's anything really to maneuver up there, so you just head back out and try a different angle of attack. But like I said before, you've got your little buddy in your backpack. He can show you which way to go with rings, like circle checkpoints. So you can always do that if you get stuck. But I like just to play and see if I can try and get to where I need to be. But like I said, the buttons are quite simple. Once you've got used to them, it's quite easy, and you do feel brave enough to like take some chances and run and jump and grab on to things at the last second, or use your let some rope out and then use it to swing longer distances. So you need to have a look to see where you actually need to be. By looking on the rope and spinning around, I could see that I needed to be over here. So then once you're onto a nice stable surface, then I normally disconnect my rope, and then you've got a brand new length of rope to go from here on. So then you just swing, need to let a little bit of more length out to get there. And so you've got to keep an eye on your green grip strength. But I think that, like I said, I've said this many times before, the graphics don't have to be amazing if the gameplay is there. And this has got great gameplay. It's got great gameplay mechanics. It's not difficult to play, and yet it's hard to master. Plus, it's easy to get addicted to it, because you do feel a sense of achievement when you've got somewhere really high. I'm only on to the 3rd level. I'm not sure how many they are, but by the looks of it, it looks like quite a big game. My guess it's about 10 to 20 hours long. It's not going to be huge, But still, it's definitely worth having a play if you're on PlayStation Plus, because you may as well download it. It's free this month. So Jusant, French game, check it out. Rock climbing. So that's it, really. So yeah.